Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It's time for a wonderful craft along on this very special Easter Sunday, which is going to be lovely. I hope you are even half as full of chocolate as we are. Debbie, it's been a feast, isn't it, so far in the studio?
It's been too much of a feast.
We have had brownies, millionaire shortbread, actual Easter eggs.
Oh, they are delicious, Johnny.
Debbie even had real eggs, keeping the theme going. She had an egg sandwich as well.
I did.
I have had Reese's peanut butter cups, curly whirly, Malteser bunnies. Oh, gosh.
We've been very naughty today.
Very, very naughty. But if you can't be naughty now, then when can you be naughty?
Exactly.
Indeed,
Just call us Peter Rabbits.
And we've got our ears on, so the calories don't count if you're wearing these ears, is what someone told me.
Of course.
There you go. It counteracts the calories, which is fantastic. Anyway, Debbie, what are we going to be doing? What are we getting up to then for the next couple of hours?
We're doing the swing dies, which I adore. I think they're one of those really simple concepts that you can take to a whole new level, whether you want to create them once in a card or twice in a card or 3 times like we're doing today. So I got my inspiration from a card that one of our design team did for a Mother's Day card, and they put Mum on it. And then I thought, well, actually, we've got Father's Day coming up in June. Why not do a dad card or just a birthday card for your dad, or actually anybody with the name with 3 letters in it you can do it for. So, but this gives you Joe, of course. We could do a Joe. Would you like me to do a Joe card? Shall I do that?
No, it's all right.
I could cut out the letters Joe. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Let's do a Joe card. Yeah, so anything like that, any letters you want to put in, you can. And you can use any papers in your stash, what you've got. I'm going to be using the Autumn Blessings, but we'll let you know, Joe's going to let you know exactly what we're using throughout the show. And it's just going to be nice and fun and nice pace, because it's at your pace. You just let us know if you want me to stop, if you want me to recap, and we'll go from there, Joe.
Sounds good.
He's playing with his ears.
Just adjusting my ears. I thought I'd go for a bit of a bunny down look today. I don't know. One up, one down, like I'm listening.
Look what I've just seen.
What?
Look what I've just seen.
Oh, I know. We've got a special guest joining us today. Oh, got me ears in a bit of a... Oh, there we go. How's that look? No, it looks a bit silly, doesn't it? I mean, the idea it doesn't look silly anyway. Not the craft along my ears, of course. Alistair Vile says, "Hi, Joe." No, it doesn't say hi, Debbie. Just says hi, Joe. Just finished making a chocolate cheesecake.
Oh, he done a chocolate one. He was undecisive whether it would be a caramel or it would be strawberry. I was hoping on a strawberry, I have to be honest.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I mean, it's the Easter theme, Debbie, isn't it?
Of course.
Shall we share with you what you need if you want to join us for this marvellous craft along? Here's everything you need. You need your Gemini Circle swing card die set, your left fold alphabet, positive thoughts, the love stamp, some autumn blessings there, beautiful, been used as well. White multi-purpose card, your Fryer Brown ink pad, Seal Brown quick dry, and some glossy highlights. So all straightforward stuff. And then also some additional bits and bobs from your selection. Your Gemini, your Guillotine, scoreboard, bone folder, stamping platform, scissors, pencil, ruler, foam pads, Pokey Tool, and some all-purpose glue as well, which is rather marvellous. Now, we've got the swing cards available on the show. A great deal for you as well. Let me just take you through those that you will need. So the great thing is you can watch this back anytime you like. So if you don't yet own these, you can come back, get these today, and then you can complete this in your own time, which is awesome. Great little saving here for you as well. So you've got the hexagon, the butterflies, the hexagons, the circles here as well, which is marvellous, and you've also got the heart too. So definitely items in there that are going to take you all the way through the different occasions that you're going to want to get creative for. 41.50 or 47.80. But we've got a very special guest joining us for this show, which is always lovely. The wonderful Christine Mahoney, Queen of the Paper Pads is what I'm going to call you, Christine. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Really good, thank you.
Sure.
Tell me about those ears, Christine.
Yeah, you like them?
I love them. Oh, you're like our own little sort of rainbow Easter bunny there, which is amazing. For anyone that hasn't seen you on the shows before, where are you joining us from, Christine?
Upstate New York.
Oh, amazing. Is it nice and sunny there?
No.
Oh, it's glorious here. I mean, it's usually quite miserable.
That's nice. You're lucky you have good weather. It's all cloudy here.
I'm loving the fairy lights, Christine. Are these a recent addition?
They are. They're They're surrounding all my paper pads.
Oh, look at all those paper pads. How many have we up to at the last count, Christine?
I can't count them
You
all.
can't say. You
No.
can't say. Okay, I think that's fair enough. Have you got all your bits and bobs ready to craft along this afternoon?
I do.
Oh, and we're eyeing up your pens in the other side as well now in the gallery. They're chatting about all the wonderful stuff going on behind you.
I've just got craft room envy,
Yeah.
honestly. So
Aladdin's
amazing.
cave, isn't it?
I can move it over after and you can see the rest of it if you want.
Yeah, I can't wait to
Oh,
see
yes,
that. Right, we'll
please.
get you to show us around. They're like, have you had plenty of chocolate today, Christine? That's what we all need to know.
No.
No. Have you got some chocolate to have later today?
I mean, I have 3 baskets here for my grown-up kids, but I'm on a strict diet.
Oh.
And when you just said that if you wear the bunny ears, the
You
calories...
got these or it doesn't count? It doesn't count.
No one told me that.
Okay, well, I tell you what, Christine, what I'll do is, I've got some mini eggs on the go here, so I'll eat a few for you as well. How about that?
Do that for me.
I'm eating for 2. Excellent. Right, we'll drop back in and join you again really soon, Christine. If you want to get in touch with us, you can do so in all the normal ways. We'll take regular breaks. We'll take regular breaks, and then.
We go red there, Joe.
Debbie will also recap as well as we go through. But if there's anything we miss, oh, the iPad's falling out of its case. It's all going
Don't break the iPad.
so well, isn't it? We will take regular breaks, yes. But if there's anything we miss, you can get in touch with us. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. You can message me, as lots of you guys have already. Betsy saying hello from Houston, Texas. Mary Pat says happy Easter from a cold and snowy Montana. Charlotte's in Tennessee. Laurie says happy Easter, everyone. A lovely morning here in Arizona. It's also a cheat day. The tummy will be hopping happy. Love that. Karen says, hi Christine, my friend, love your Easter bunny ears. Cherry says, hi Christine, happy Easter to you, Joe, Debbie and everyone. I couldn't get any strawberries, baby. Sorry, kiss, kiss, kiss. I think that's for you, not for me.
I think that's for me, yeah.
Oh, I think so,
it's all right, I love chocolate, so that'll be good.
Yeah. Actually, who doesn't love chocolate? I don't think I could trust someone that didn't like chocolate. No.
Yeah, it's not natural, is it?
Not indeedy. No, I keep saying indeedy. But shall we get going then?
Yeah, let's
All right, let's get
absolutely
on with
do
it.
it. Yeah, let's get crafting. So
I'm going to just eat eggs while you're doing that.
You go ahead,
Right.
eat your eggs, take a pew. You know, have a sit
delicious.
down, Joe. Yeah, it's absolutely fine. I've got this. Right, I've chosen this one because I wanted to choose a pad that we already had online. So you can still get this Autumn Blessing one. And I thought it would be a really great Mal card to make. But obviously you can use whichever one you want. So I'm just going to go in here and choose my first piece of card. You want to choose one that has, that you want to go round your edges. So I liked this one because of the fact that it had an edge on it and then it had separate pieces on the inside. So we're going to take a piece of this one and we're going to trim this to size. So whatever cardstock you decide to choose, we want to trim this to 11.5 by 8.5. So we're going to trim first of all I'm going to use it, I'm just thinking which way round. I'm going to have that one there, just so I'm seeing what's going down the side of here. And we're going to do this 11.5, so just on there. If you haven't got a big guillotine, use your glass mat or a ruler to score and then trim just that side piece off. And then we're going to rotate it and trim the bottom. Now I want to do this to 8.5, but I want a little bit on each side. Actually, I don't think we're going to get a little bit on each side, so I'm just going to go straight in on 8.5 and we're going to trim that down. So I'm going to do it because I want that to be my top corner. So choose whatever you want to be your top corner and then we're going to go in at 8.5 and trim that one down as well. So that will be the top. Oh, still, it didn't matter anyway. So this is going to be my the top of my card and the bottom, but it doesn't matter which way round you do it. In fact, I might have it so the leaves are coming at the top. No, we'll do it that way. Decisions, Joe. Right, so that's our piece of card cut to size. So like I say, we've now trimmed that to 11.5 by 8.5. Now we're going to bring in our scoreboard, and I've got myself a pencil as well. You can either use your scoring tool or a pencil, and we want to make marks at this point. So what we want to do is we want to come in at 2 1/4. So where your 2 1/4 is, I'm just going to put a little line there. And then I'm going to come in at 5 inches. So 5 inches and just another little mark there. And then I'm going to come in at 8 inches and we're going to pop a mark onto there as well. Okay. And then do we do that? In fact, I'll tell you what we'll do for ease. I'm going to go back in at that 2 1/4 and we're going to go to the bottom and we're going to make a little mark at that bottom one as well. Okay, so top and the bottom, and then we're going to do it at 5 inches, so coming at that 5 inch, coming down to the bottom and just putting another little mark, and then 8 inches, which is the last one, down to the bottom, and then we can put a mark there. So we've got our little points at the top and the bottom, okay, and that's our 3 sections that we can then die cut. So let's pop that to the side. I haven't even got my dies to hand, Joe. How about that? I thought I'd had everything out apart from my dies. So I'm using the circle ones. I haven't tried this with any others, but all you need to check is that they don't overlap each other because some quite... I'm sorry, Joe, I just looked up and you were chewing away. You're chewing like a good one out of
I don't want to stop eating those mini eggs. I've got 8 bags to get through, Debbie, thanks to you. 8 bags, look what Debbie got me, hang on. She got me my very own personalised box of mini eggs. It says, to Joseph, love from Debbie, but look what's in here. All I need! I've got to get through those somehow.
You can pace yourself, you don't have to eat them all in one go.
Well, no, I've got to get them done today because I start my diet again tomorrow.
You cannot eat 8 bags of those.
Who says I can't?
You're not, you'll be sick on the way home.
Oh, that's all right.
That.
I'll get through them today, don't you worry about that.
Right, now we're going to take our die cuts. Now what we want to do, we want to see where our, on the shortest, can you see on this die, this piece is longer and this piece is shorter. So that longer edge we're going to pop down here. Now where you've put your little marker, we're going to put the left hand side to that die. Okay, so that's going to go there, and then we're just going to look down, so we're going to come down onto our glass mat. I'm just making a reference of a line and then making sure our line goes to the bottom, and we're going to roughly just pop that so I know that just where that is. Can you see the so I've got a pattern in my card so I can line that line up perfectly onto there, and then we're going to have some low-tack tape and tape that down. Let's just find my low-tack tape, pop some on there, and I'm going to pop that across here just to make sure that that stays secure, because we are obviously doing this live. There we go. And if it just, for instance, doesn't, when you cut it out, when you come to folding it, you can always sort of tweak it a little bit if you haven't done it in a straight line. The other way to do it is to actually draw your line in, Joe. So if you want to make sure you get that straight line, you can draw that in. So this is our first die cut that we are doing, and we're going to run that through our machine. Just turn my Gemini around and pop that in. So nice and easy. And what's nice about these as well is you actually get an array of nesting dies inside there. So we're going to be cutting some of them out, inking some of the edges, doing some die cutting to create those words. So let's pop that one out. So that's our first one. So I think what we'll do is get all our die cuts done, and then I will let you all get to that stage. So we'll have a catch up after we've done that.
There's not really shed loads of mats and layers to do with this either, is there? Not a whole lot of cutting, which is quite cool.
Yeah, which is brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. And then, Joe, what we've got, I'm going to bring my ruler in, I think, for this, because just to make sure that we get that straight line. Now, I would say we're going to bring that down. We want this, so where your little line is there, because I've got this cardstock, it actually gives me lines, so I know that my line is coming just before this square on here. But if you haven't got that, just pop that into place, your ruler into place. And all we want to do is we're just creating, there's no rules about where they have to be. We're just creating coming down off of our page. So you don't need to leave too much gap between here. I mean, I would say maybe 6 millimeters at the most. So we're going to place our die cut just a little bit down here, and I'm going to take those markers that we've got. I can see that there. There's that one and that one. So I can see I'm slightly out there, so we can just bring that in. And that one. Yep, that looks pretty straight. So once you've got that where you want it, we can then pop our tape down again. Did I just throw that piece away? And then we can just take that down and cut that one out. And I want to go, I'm actually going to go a little bit higher, so I've got not too much of a gap there. Just so we know that we can fit our other one in perfectly. And then we're going to place that back on our boards and run that one through again.
I wonder what will be in the shop tomorrow, Debbie, to replace the Easter eggs. What will be then? What will they have next? What's our next one?
Oh, yeah.
Disposable barbecues, when that'll be next?
Oh, it will be all summer stuff, won't it? It'll be all the summer garden stuff, all the plastic plates.
Discounted Easter eggs first, Charlotte says. Yes,
Not
for a
very
few
often
days.
you get them these days, though.
No, I must admit, there weren't many in the shops this
They're
weekend.
pretty clever nowadays. I remember years ago, we used to say to the kids, like, we used to give them actually a bit of money and then say to them they can go and buy loads of eggs the next day.
Oh.
And they'd have loads of just cheap Easter eggs. They're all half price. But if I'm honest, most
If anyone was
places...
really frugal, they could just tell their children that you meant to give Easter eggs on a Monday, not a Sunday, and then just get them half price on a Sunday.
It's very true, very true.
Johnny's gutted he hadn't thought of that.
And I'm not seeing my grandchildren until I'm just checking which way around. That's the top way. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm not seeing them till Easter Monday, so I could have done that, Joe. But the thing is, I don't think there is enough Easter eggs in the shop anymore.
Oh dear. I mean, imagine that if they run out. Tears all round.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's all right, I've got them, so we're okay, we're all good. So this time we're going from the bottom, so that mark at the bottom and then my mark at the top. So I know again, mine's on a line, so it's not going to affect where I put it. I'm just bringing it up level, so we've got a similar sort of gap between the two. And we're going to place it on that line and then just in line with that one at the top. There we go. And then just take that back down and then we can cut that one. So that gives us our 3 lines. Oh, what we have done, I didn't realise on this, is I'm going to use my Gemini Junior. If you do have the Gemini, because it goes slightly over the page, so you can pop this in. Did I do it this way? I can't remember how I've done it now, Joe. I think I must have put it a little bit higher to put that through. So let me just shift that up a little bit more. Yeah, I did do it a bit higher, so let's just pop that one up onto there, just so it's still giving me that gap, but we're doing it a little bit higher and across. There we go. Oh, and the one at the top. There. And that then should be plenty, yeah, to go through. I was wondering how I done that then. There we go. And then we can pop our plates back on there and then send them through. Now, obviously, if you have got a machine where you've a smaller machine, so say the Gemini Junior or an A5 cutting machine, you could do this in sections, Joe. Okay. So you could cut one, but leave a little like a ½ an inch rim on the side, and then glue it to the next page. So there is ways of doing ones like this where it creates a little bit in a different way, but allows you to have a smaller machine. So let's take that one out. So just be careful when taking your tape away. And then that gives us our 3 die cuts, okay? So shall we stop there for a little while, Joe, and just let people catch up with the die cutting?
Let's stop
and
there.
Then we'll do the next section.
Indeedy. Right, let's, I want to remind you of some other stuff that's on the show that you guys are loving. Remember, we have most of the Hummingbird collection still available. The 6x6 has gone, which has sold out the large collection. However, we do have, how many we've got left of this 12x12, Johnny? Ooh, There are 21 of these left, so if you want one, you will need to be super fast. $14.99 or $19.40. Remember, triple points all weekend. Also, if you're spending over £50 or dollars on the Hummingbird range, you will get an extra 10% off when buying the individuals, which is brilliant. So a great time now to get over to the website, stock up on some of these consumables, or put your own bundle together should you wish. So that's the gorgeous paper pad. I then also have the luxury mixed cardstock, well, the luxury linen cardstock, so that's still available for you, $14.99 or $19.95, and the vellums are there as well. They are just stunning. You'll get 24 in here, 6 different designs included. Let me share some of these with you. I mean, just absolutely glorious. I love this one here with the cherry bottom there. Really lovely opacity for this. Really nice, good quality, thick vellum. That one again, just absolutely stunning. So grab those. Grab what is left of that Hummingbird collection. Let me take you through this. Half the stock of the Peacock collection pad has gone. It's a big one. There's 48 sheets in here. So let me just take you through. I love this one because it's got wonderful spot foiling in here. You've also got at the back a selection of vellums, which is really cool. So you've got your vellums in the back, and then you've got your paper pads after. Look at that one. Shiny. Absolutely glorious designs. Really lovely bold colours in here. I love that script, again, with that foiling in there. It's a glorious pad, this one. And obviously works really well with the Peacock collection, as you'd imagine, but also things like the chinoiserie look really good with this as well. I think it's quite a good one to have, a really good stash builder. $19.99 or $24.95 if you want to get your hands on that one. Don't forget also about those triple points all weekend on every single purchase off of Crafters TV, or indeed from anywhere else over across on the website. Susie Ayan says, love the bunny ears. Deborah says, happy Easter from Texas, everyone. Nearly called it Tesco's again, didn't I? Nearly. I don't know why I keep calling Texas Tesco. I mean, I'm not sure. And it's normally Mary in Texas, and I always say Mary in Tesco. And I think, do you remember the woman on the X Factor that was a singer? She was called Mary from Ireland. She worked on the till in Tesco. I think that's what the situation is. Same year as Wagner, yeah. Jill says hi from North Yorkshire. Hi, Jill. Hope you've got plenty of chocolate on the go today. Now, I've got no questions for you, Debbie, so I think everyone seems to be following along just fine.
Fabulous. Yeah, it's nice and simple, nice and easy. I'm just going to grab my scoring tool because
I feel like we both look like really downright Ariana Grande in tribute acts today, don't you think, with these on?
Yes, I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
My daughter will be proud.
Sorry?
My daughter will be proud. Right, now what we're going to do is put our score lines back in. So some of your score lines will be there, but then they won't because we've elongated them as well. So what you will find by putting your die against the mark that we did, it will be slightly out because obviously, if I just bring that die back in, your die cut goes in slightly. So it'll be slightly out. So what I suggest is go to your line where you've drawn down the middle, or any line that you can centralise that to your bottom line. And that way you know then that we're getting that perfect score line. So we're going to go down this one, and then we're going to go across to the next one, which is, Joe, it's 3/4 of an inch.
Okay.
And we're going to do the same with this one. So coming down that line, and then we're going across to the 3/4 of an inch. And then we're going to do the same, move that over to your next one. So I'm lining it up to the top and the bottom. So then we can come up that line, and then the top one downwards. And this will really help when you're putting it all together. Bring that one down, and then our third one. So lining the top and the bottom. Oh, that one looks quite out. I'm going to have to bring that in because I think my die must have shifted. So if it has, don't worry, but just bring it to where your marks would be. So just to there, that's it. And when you come to folding it, and this is where I show you, because mine might be slightly out as well, so don't worry if they are. The first thing we're going to do is turn it round so it's facing you here. Your second line in, we're going to fold forward, okay? So fold in, just put your fingers behind it so it then folds in. And what you want to make sure is that your edges go edge to edge. Okay, so I can see this one is slightly, so I'm just going to really slightly push that back. And that will just give me my straight edge back again. Okay, so that gives you, so I know that that is completely straight with there. And then we're going to fold this one back on itself. So as you fold it back, you can then turn your circle in. So this one folding back onto that one. And we can turn that one over and do exactly the same on the opposite direction. So making sure, because we've got that fold in place, that will fold beautifully. So that gives us our first fold, so you can see that's our first swing. So nice and easy, okay? So I'm just going to pop that into place, and that gives us our first one. And then we're going to do basically the same with the next one. So fold that over, so bringing the whole thing over. We can see that it's sort of going this direction. Can you see, Joe? I've got like a slightly piece in there. I'm just going to make sure that that is onto my edge of my page. I'm going to hold that down. Yep, I'm still on my edge. I'm just going to slightly turn that down. Be quite gentle there, because this is only paper cardstock. It's not like a heavyweight cardstock, Joe. And then we're going to do the opposite way by bending that one the opposite way, which will fall nicely into place. And the whole time all we're doing is checking that it's in line with here. So then we've got our two that fold in, our first one and then our second one. And the whole time I'm making sure, and we're just re-burnishing those score lines in. So you can see that's two of them done already. So nice and simple. And then our third one, exactly the same. We're going to fold that one at the first line backwards. And again, we just want to make sure, pull all those in. Want to make sure that goes to the edge. And then I'm just folding that up, just to go down there, and the other side should naturally, just a little bit there. And there we go.
So is there the whole card is made, is it, Debbie, just using the paper pad?
Yeah.
That's the main frame of the card. I think sometimes we don't realise that, they are substantial enough to actually be the main body of the card.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's I'm trying to look at the weight here, Joe. It's 180, so it doesn't need to be. There is a way which we are going to do it. So to show, I thought I did that one slightly different. We need to just bend that one back. So that one needs to be the valley fold, and then this one the mountain one. So just bringing that back. So all our lines now should be together. So let's just fold those ones round, and they should all naturally just fall into each other. So yeah, it is very clever, isn't it, the way they work, and that you can use multiples together. So we're just popping those ones in. Yeah, the reason I'm keeping it quite, so you could use any weight of a cardstock, but the thinner the cardstock, then you can weight it better at the bottom. This card will stand on its own. You sort of pull it out and it will sort of stand as it is, so you can see like that. But it's when you start putting embellishments on there, Joe, it can make it a little bit top heavy. Okay. So we're going to cut some strips. That's the last thing we will do, just to add it to the bottom at the back. So you won't notice them, but it will weigh it down a little bit. And why was she
just laughing at your ears?
My ears. I quite like them. I'm getting quite fond of my ears. I feel like I should.
You should have them all the time. Drive home in them tonight, see if you get these strange looks on the motorway.
They'll probably hit them. Mine's a bit. I could bend them over. Yeah, actually, I might do that. I'm going to drive. Yeah. It'll be dark by the time we drive home.
I mean, that'll make it look even more weird, I think, if you've got them on in the dark.
Right, so yeah, that's our final bit of that bit done, and now we're going to go on to doing our die cutting. So let's just stop and do a few more bits with you, Joe.
Let's have a little break there then, not too still chatting away. Sonia's asking about the black line on the scoreboard. She said, what's it there for and where on the board? What number? I have a scoreboard and I want to know so I can put the line on mine as well.
Brilliant question. I think we just assume everyone does this because we do it. Everyone I know that has a scoreboard puts a black line on it. We normally just put it down the centre. I put it at number 4. It's sort of central to the board because it's just over 8 inches, the board along. And what it means is that when you're doing anything and you want to line it up, but you don't want to, let's say, for instance, put your card right against this line, you might want to come in and put it against your second line, and you might have notches that you could do. You've just got a straight line that you can go down to. And it's the more you craft and the more things you make, this black line is really handy. Also, when you're doing like diagonal lines as well, Joe, so if I wanted to go from this line to this point, by having, this is a bit big, this card, but by having that line, let's do it with a smaller piece of card, by having that line, I can pop that there and to there and know that I'm getting that where that is in a straight line without having to go underneath and follow that line down. So it just makes a big difference when you're putting it in. So we put ours at 4. You can put it wherever you want, but we just do it on the central line.
Okie doke, there we are. Who else? Linda Vasquez says hi from Minnesota. Jeffrey's loving the ears. Rosalind says happy Easter, beautiful day in Maryland today. Karen says hi fish. And Rosalind says I can see putting multiples of these together for a sign with a base. I think that's a great idea. That was Rosalind that suggested that. Don't forget also about this. How are we doing, Johnny, on the stock of this? Ooh. It is approaching limited stock. If you want this, we thought we'd have it run all weekend. However, we are down to the very last of this now. It is your die cutting mystery bag, your weekend die cutting mystery bag. You will get a die brush in here, replacement heads. You're also going to get some pokey tools in there too. Let me run you through the dies that you're getting in here as well, because it's absolutely loads. Well, the whole bag should be £103, $144. You've got double-sided sentiments in here. You will be getting some of our stained glass window dies. You've got some word edgeables, some decoupage, some double-sided edgeables. Got liftables in here for you as well. Sentiments and interchangeables. It is a contents may vary. It is a 1 per customer as well, because we only have a very limited amount of these, which is why already it is now limited stock. So if you want it, please do get your hands on it. Should we go back over to Christine and see how she's getting on in upstate New York? Oh, we're just going to work, we're just working something out with the cameras. Right, we are, let me remind you here with the swing cards that we have got. So, this is what you're going to need in order to complete your craft along. You're saving over 20% on these as well, which is brilliant. So you've got your butterfly, which is this one here, your gorgeous schmetterling. You will also receive in here as well the hexagon too, which is that one just there. You've got the circle in here, absolutely love that. And you've got your heart in there as well, which is brilliant. 41.50 or 47.80. Right, we are hot footing it over to upstate New York. Christine, how's your craft along coming along?
It's going good.
Oh.
So top tip, when you do it, don't score too heavy, because otherwise you rip the paper and you have to do it all.
Oh, well, it looks amazing. I love how yours is, I love the way you've done yours. Cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really cool. I love that.
Amazing. Right, well, I'm not going to distract you for too long, Christine. I'm going to let you get back to it. We're going to crack on with the next section. Right, over to you, Debbie. Any questions at any point? Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. I am here. I'm your servant for the next 90 minutes. I'll pass your questions over to Debbie. Amongst eating mini eggs. 1 packet down, 7 to go, Debbie.
I think, are you done a pack already?
1 packet, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's only 80 grams in a packet. In 100 grams. No, let's not talk about calories. Today's not a calories kind of day, Johnny.
I like the fact that you said you're our servant today.
I am.
Yeah, we've got that live on TV, so you can't go back on that. I'll be thinking of things that I can ask you. My job is using Johnny as that earlier, getting him to go and get our brownies.
Oh, yeah.
I know, yeah. Right, so let's bring our die cut nesting dies into play. So what I've done is taken a piece of our cardstock out of here. So we've got this beautiful brown, which just goes so nice with our autumn blessing. I mean, obviously use anything that you've got that coordinates with your papers, and we're going to do some die cutting of these, and we want to create our nesting dies for all 3 of our circles. And I want to put some on the back as well. So I'm just going to pop these onto here and use my scissors to trim. In fact, I've got my guillotine right in front of me, so I'll just trim a piece of cardstock off so we can do our die cutting for these. If you've got your mini, even better, because you can die cut them out really quickly. So let's just trim that one down. Actually, I want to do it by 3 inches, and then I'm going to put it through my mini because we can do that much quicker. And then I'm just going to do another one of 3 inches to do our other ones. So that's for those. Then we want our these 2 circle ones, we want to just cut them into white cardstock. So I've got a piece of A4 white cardstock, and I'm going to do exactly the same. Pretty sure, I don't think these are bigger, no, than 3 inches. So all of these will go through our mini. But saying that, Joe, I'm thinking I might as well just use my main machine, because then we can cut more of them anyway. So let me bring that in. We're going to put our white card onto there, and then we can cut 2 lots of these ones. So we've got our 2, smaller circle and larger circle on your white, and then your brown cardstock, we're going to pop that middle section and run them through. And there we go. So that's just obviously for one, so we need to do that 6 times, which is quite a lot, but that gets us all our mats and layers.
Amazing. Go easy. You're going to be sick, Joe, says Anne Kalinowski.
I agree.
Maybe I'll be sick, like the kids say it, you know. Yeah, I'm sick. Yolanda says, love your bunny ears, Christine. Yeah, Christine's bunny ears are fabulous, aren't they?
They are fabulous, yes. I love that we're all bunny rabbits today. Shows how everyone is in the Easter spirit.
Yeah, we need to get Charlotte and Johnny some, don't we?
Oh, Charlotte sounds really jealous then, like she wants ears. Oh, I should have thought I should have got us all some, shouldn't I?
Do you want to borrow mine, Charlotte? Yeah?
She does want them.
I'll give them to you after the show. You can wear them between shows if that makes you feel better. Okay.
Right, so let's do another one. That will cheer up Charlotte's day.
Shadiah says, Joe, Prince Joe, I wish you won't eat any more of those chocolates. You don't want to get dysentery. I don't know what it is, but it sounds really awful.
It does sound awful.
What
I
is
wouldn't
it?
want to get dysentery.
What is it? Should we Google it?
See what it is. I love all these new words.
Hold the line.
It probably just means overweight, does it?
Sorry?
Does it mean overweight?
No. No, it means... means... You can Google it yourself at home.
Oh, okay. Bit of flatulence.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Joe doesn't need chocolate.
How rude!
It's true. He told me a story earlier about this morning, and he was worried that I'd heard him. Joe, you're looking very serious.
I'm just reading about this condition that I'm going to come down with. Yeah, it's fine. I'll have to. I think I'd need to eat more than a kilo to end up with dysentery. I was just checking.
So is it like a disease of flatulence?
No, it's just. Can we just move on? It's just having a bit of a dicky tummy. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, nice.
Happy Easter, peeps. Roper's underneath.
And do you get that from eating too much chocolate?
I guess so. If Shadiah is suggesting I could.
Wow.
Yes, Rhonda puts out. Yes, it's an infection of the intestines. That's what we thought it was.
Joe, could you do me a favour, please? My roll of low-tack tape has just rolled literally under. I just dropped it, and I've just seen it roll under the settee, but I'm not sure where it's gone.
You're taking this servant thing a bit too far, Debbie.
Why, thank you very much.
There you are.
I was like, if I don't get it now, then I'll forget, and then I'll be like, where's my low-tack tape? So we are getting there with our die cutting. So we've got our 3. And always take your little pieces out of your dies, your paper out of your dies. Talking about paper out of your dies, we've got some amazing, if you haven't seen them, tune in later because we have some paper piecing dies, which are amazing. And we have a very clever concept to make it easy for you to paper piece all the bits back in. which is really good. So if anyone's not seen it, definitely stay tuned because we'll show you exactly how they work. Right, so a few more here, Joe. So we've done our 3 and now we're just doing our other side.
Oh, Shadiah says, keep reading and you will know. Tell her, hope it doesn't not happen on the way home. I am the nurse in the house. I'm not sure what that means, Shadiah, but I'm guessing, I really don't know. I mean, I think that's about my no, what is it? Dysentery, yeah.
Dysentery, gastroenteritis you were going to say, wasn't you? Is that's probably a similar thing, isn't it?
Probably. Oh no. Okay, no more of that. Chocolate is yummy, says Susie. Yeah, let's not worry about the potential side effects.
Yeah, not the bad side of things. I think you do have to eat rather a lot. I suppose.
Yeah, I reckon so.
It just acts as a laxative, doesn't it? So I don't think all chocolate does.
Not all. Can't believe we're still talking about this.
Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it anymore. I was just thinking, like, I don't think my egg sandwiches are going to do me any good either.
Jeez.
All about eggs today, isn't it?
Panda Crafts is loving your hair, Debbie.
Oh, thank you very much. I think it's the rabbit ears that gives them a better look. It gives my hair a better look.
Oh, I think it's gorgeous, with or without the ears.
Right, where are we at? I'm getting lost with, there we go. So we've got our small one, so we've got 4. We're nearly there, guys. So another 2 there. So popping them on. It probably would have been quicker to put it through the MIDI or the Mini. But I probably would have had an achy arm afterwards. Keep doing loads of these. So we've got 4, we want 6, don't we? And then we're going to ink round the edges as well. So get out ready, whatever colour your papers are gone for. If you're doing the same as me, we're using the Fire Brown water reactive ink pads.
Awesome. I think it's very quiet in the chat. I think everyone's completely mesmerised by your demonstration, Debbie.
Well, they're crafting along, Joe. So there we go. So we've got a 3. Oh, 1 more. We're down to 1. 1 more. So just pop those out.
Well, have you got more eggs at home, Debbie?
No, I told people
not to get you one?
Yeah.
Have you got our one?
I can't tell you that.
Why?
Because he's probably listening.
Oh, he might be, yeah.
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
If I say yes, he'll go and get me one. I don't want him to get me one.
I bet he's still got you one anyway.
1, 2, 3, 4. Did I not take them out? Okay, that's really foamy. Did I just not put another one through? Obviously not, Joe.
Have you not
I think
done?
I counted them, said what I needed to do, and then didn't do it.
So what? You just put it through with nothing in it?
No, well, I don't know if I put it through or didn't put it through at all.
You definitely put it through because I want you to take it out.
Oh, then yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't put anything in
Too busy
it.
thinking about the Easter eggs, weren't you?
We're having barbecue tomorrow, though, so that will be nice.
Nice. What's on the menu tomorrow at the barbie? Do you know?
What's what?
What's on the menu tomorrow at the barbecue?
Burgers, sausages, pork belly, chicken wings.
Pork belly, chicken wings, yum.
Yes.
Lamb cutlets are my favourite on barbecue.
Nice. Ribs as well. Got ribs. Yeah, my son-in-law is a big lover of ribs, so we always have ribs.
Who's the barbecuer in the lineup tomorrow?
Brian, my son-in-law.
Right.
Yep.
I'm not that good at barbecuing, Debbie.
No, some people aren't.
No,
He's a master at it.
Yeah, I can cook.
He's amazing.
I cook all right, but I just can't barbecue. Deborah says, I love Debbie's giggles. She has the best giggles. She giggles at anything.
I do just make myself giggle. Yeah, I am a bit of a giggler. But and Al tells me I giggle in my sleep as well.
Do you?
Yeah, he says I'm always giggling in my sleep, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so I was saying earlier that I don't dream, and that's why he says I must do, because I talk in my sleep and I giggle in my sleep.
Karen says not only are they the best, but they are also contagious. They are highly contagious.
It's nice to be happy, isn't it?
It is.
Having a good giggle. Gets me in trouble, I think, sometimes.
Does it?
Yeah, when I was little, I used to be
You were quite naughty, weren't you?
I was quite naughty, but I used to, I had a nervous giggle. So I don't know if that's just stayed with me, but I'm not a nervous person, but I just then giggle at anything.
Yeah, I used to giggle at the wrong moments, let's say.
Oh dear. Yeah. Right, we're going to take all our white ones now, and we're going to just distress the edges of these a little bit. So let's take all of their white ones and do that. My son was the same as well, but he's grown. He's quite serious, which is strange. He's not a giggler. Yeah, he's very serious, and I'll giggle at things, and he just looks at me, and I go, "Oh, Jordan, lighten up, just laugh a bit." But he definitely used to have that same nervous giggle, and I remember got pulled into the classroom with the teacher one day after school, the teacher saying that he was laughing at her, and I had to explain. He's very young, he was only about 5 or 6, I think. Yeah, and I had to explain he just has a nervous laugh, so if you would sort of if you was picking him out in the class, he would have just laughed because he was nervous.
That's brilliant, I love that. I think that's excellent. Just laugh in their face. Best thing to do.
He wasn't outrightly laughing, and he wasn't being cheeky or rude, and she said it made sense afterwards, but at the time she thought she'd just check in with me.
Yeah, maybe she wasn't the most perceptive, let's say.
No, not all teachers are.
Well, I mean, let's not just...
Not all teachers are. I always had good teachers. So perhaps all teachers are.
You said it now.
I'm going to get an uproar of teachers now, aren't I?
Oh, all the teachers are just logging off, apparently. I've been told by a social media superstar.
Well, if it's any consolation, my son's a teacher.
Is he?
He's an English teacher.
And is he very perceptive? Well, one chance to redeem yourself, Debbie. I set it up for you. You completely missed it.
Yes, he can be.
Okay.
I always think it's funny because, and this is not on teachers, this is just my son, he's like so intelligent when it comes to academic stuff, but he has no sense whatsoever, like common sense.
Well, really?
Yeah, the simplest of things, he'll say, and I'll say something, he'll go, oh yeah, why didn't I think of that? He's just got no common sense. He's got, I'm being a bit unfair, he's got better the older he's got.
Oh, Debbie.
I just dig a hole for myself, don't I?
You really are. You're just going to keep digging, aren't you? I can sense it. I feel like sometimes the sort of less I say, the more I say, which is good. Like the less I say, the more you say, which is, you know, sort of lets you go, and you sort of dig a bit further.
Yeah, I need to just stop, don't I?
You do.
Can we not have some sort of signal where you can just say to me, like, Debbie, I think that's enough.
I enjoy it, Debbie. I'm encouraging it.
Yeah, so you encourage me and it's worse.
That's Debbie just stopping now so she doesn't get herself in any more trouble.
I was
I've created a rod for my own back here, haven't
I?
then. Any questions you've got about teachers or the craft along or any of those things, you can get them into us. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube.
We all have nice teachers that we really like and teachers that we don't, do we? And it's strange, isn't it, how you don't connect with all teachers.
My head teacher from my primary school was incredible, and she's still there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mrs. Yallop, her name was.
Oh.
She wore bright red Doc Martens. She always wore big jumpers. She was quite a short lady, and she was from Liverpool. She had the thickest Scouse accent. I went to school in Essex. And she was just amazing. And yeah, she's still there apparently. I keep needing to go back and see her, but I haven't. Because I haven't seen her for what? 24 years. Gosh, that's a long time. She's still there 24 years later. Yeah, I think she's almost in her late 60s now, I think.
Wow. Right, so I'm just using my tape pen, Joe, now, and we're just going to layer all these up. Yeah, I forget actually how young you still are.
Thanks, Debbie.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
I look old, is that what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is that perhaps I just feel like I'm in that generation, and then it makes me stop and think how old I am.
That was good. I love how you turned that round. It was a really good save there. That was the best save you've had in a while.
Though, because you sort of think of school and that, and then I think, oh yeah, you're still really young. So
I can't really remember much about primary school. Can you?
Primary school, yes.
Can you?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, because you were really naughty, you got told off loads.
I was really naughty, but that was my best years. I loved primary school.
You?
Yeah, I just feel like I made the best friends. I think it was fun.
I can't even remember it.
I remember loads about primary school. I remember, I've done that wrong. Have I? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. That's the one. One of my favourite teachers was at primary school. I don't know whatever happened to her. Mrs. Horn.
Mrs. Horn?
Miss Horn, her name was, because she wasn't married, yeah. Miss Horn. Mr. Speed was our headmaster. And I always remember a boy called Ashley, because I used to think it was so cool, because on the side of the school there was an old people's home. Do they call them? Is that all right to say that? Still old people's home?
A care home, I think.
A care home, yeah, that didn't sound right. That's what you used to call them, an old people's home. There used to be, a care home right next to the school, and his mum used to own it. So he just used to have to walk out the school gate to the next gate, and that was where he lived.
Oh, awesome.
And I used to think that was so cool, and I don't know why, but this is going to sound, and I hope it doesn't sound patronising, I like that generation. And so I actually, when I left school, just before I left school, I did my work experience in a care home.
Oh, awesome.
And I loved it. I can't even begin to tell you how much I loved it, Joe. I used to just go and sit and chat to all the gents and the ladies. And,
awesome.
Yeah, I used to help dish up their dinners, and I just loved it. Yeah, I loved working. I could easily work with in a care home. The trouble is, I suffer with quite a bad neck, and I just don't think I'd be able to do all the different jobs and that with my neck and the lifting, and so I don't think health-wise I would be able to do it. But I just think some of the best characters I know are the older generation. What did you do anything at school, like a work experience?
I worked in a car showroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I also
in the
worked
sales
in
section. In the sales section of a Toyota dealership.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
No, I hated it.
So you're always going to go into sales, see?
Yeah, I think so.
I worked in the zoo as well.
In a zoo?
In the zoo.
Where?
It was called Kilverston Zoo. It's not there anymore.
Oh.
Lord and Lady Kilverston owned it. So in Thetford, in Norfolk, and I used to have to clean out the monkeys.
Oh,
it was
of monkey
disgusting.
Poo. What sort of monkeys were they? Can you remember?
Disgusting. Just chimpanzees.
Oh, I love chimpanzees.
Yeah.
Are my favourite monkeys.
I didn't get to be in with them, so what they did...
I should think not, they'll rip your arms off.
Yeah, in the actual the enclosed bit, not the outside bit, so they'd put them outside.
Imagine that, oh God, in you go with them on work. Oh, don't worry, we'll send the work experience one in. Debbie, come on, pop yourself in there. They're really, really dangerous, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. But you used to have to go completely covered, so you had overalls that covered, and you just have a face and goggles and everything. Look, everything was covered, because literally monkeys' rubbish was everywhere, and you'd have to, so you spray everywhere, top, bottom, sides, and you get a big hose, and you have to hose the whole thing down. So it's very good. I mean, they keep them really clean, but it's not a very nice job.
I love chimpanzees.
And then I used to help prepare the food. So you'd be in the kitchen, and literally they'd all have their dishes for the different foods that go round to all the different places. Yeah.
What was on the menu?
Oh, it was mostly fruit-based.
Fruit-based?
Yeah. Fruit-based, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So and there we go. So after all that talking, you should have 6.
Let me know in the
circles
comments.
like
I think we should get people to let us know what work experience jobs they did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please let us know. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Right, now all I'm going to do, we're going to stick these to here, and then afterwards we'll just let people catch up with all their mat and layerings, Joe, and then we'll start on doing our other pieces. So let's just take these. It's funny the things you start talking about and reminiscing and remembering, isn't it?
I wanted to be, when I was growing up, and I still actually would quite like to be one now, would like to be cabin crew, Debbie. That's always been like my dream job.
Oh, okay.
I think it's...
It would be rather amazing.
Oh, I'd be good at that, don't you?
Yeah, you would be really good.
The trolley, nuts or snacks? You know, I can see myself doing that.
Do you think they, because there's loads of people that don't, like I never have anything off the trolley.
Do you not?
No.
Oh, I have. No, like anything from the trolley, I'm like, yeah, one of everything.
Not if you pay for it, that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah, even if I come on my holidays.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things you have to do by law, when, well, in the law of Joe, if it was, you know, the law court of me, you have to have an alcoholic beverage when you get to the airport, irrelevant of what time it is. If you're going on holiday, if you're travelling for work, not so much.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree there.
So even if it's 4 o'clock in the morning, you have to have, you know, an alcoholic beverage from the bar.
I don't think I'm going to be sober my whole holiday.
Wow. Okay. And then when you're on the flight, you have to buy loads of snacks. Always Pringles, Maltesers. And if you're on the way back, always on the way home, a cup of tea and a bacon sandwich. That's what you have to have when you're on the flight.
I've never bought anything.
Oh yeah.
Not because I haven't wanted it. It's just I've never felt the need to. I've always either eaten before or after, and yeah.
And also, if you're flying, you know, if you're flying on an airline, you know, long haul, and they give you stuff for free, then you definitely have one of everything. Yeah, if you're going, you know, the booze is included, then yeah, you're always having a drink. Or if, you know, if you're flying in a fancy cabin, everything, please.
Everything.
Maybe I'm just greedy.
Right, there you go. So we've got our 3 different pieces, put that right way round, and then we've got our thing. So what you'll notice now, Joe, can you see it's a little bit heavy to sort of stand up. Okay. And that is, it will stand, but it is that little bit heavy, and we're going to put some more weight on that. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to cut strips off to weight the bottom out so it holds it down a little bit, okay?
Always good to have a weighty bottom, isn't
absolutely, need a weighty bottom.
Amazing.
So yeah, let's leave it there and let you all catch up with your mat and layering.
All right, well, why don't we take a moment and have a little quick break, give you an opportunity to check, catch up. So whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Well, there you are. I hope you've all had an opportunity to get yourself all nicely caught up. There's lots of funny work, first jobs and work experience stories coming in, Debbie. So keep sending those in. We'll talk about some of those very shortly. Crafters TV on Facebook if you want to drop those to me, or Crafters Companion if you're over on YouTube. But what is next then, Debbie?
Right, so let's wait out our bottom and then we'll get on to decorating our card. So the first thing you've got to do, you've got a scrap piece, or you should have a scrap piece of card that just come off the bottom of your main paper craft here. So if we turn it over, all we want to do is put a little bit of weight across the bottom. Now, if you want to be perfect, then obviously you can marry this up with what you want to do. I'm not worried about it being perfect, so all I want to do is to cut some strips first of all. I don't want them longer than my last one. So what I'm going to do is just pop that up to there and know that just there I'm going to put a little mark. I'm going to trim my cardstock to that one, because it doesn't matter then all the other widths, but you've got your same width going along the bottom. So I'll give you the measurement of this one. So it's 2 1/4 inches. So 2 1/4, just trim that down. And then that will just go wherever you're going to put it. So all I'm going to do is actually pop it to the side here so I can use that one to go on the bottom. And I'm going to just, if we sort of bring these all out so they're flat across, all we want to do really is to put tape across this bottom section. So I'm going to do where my piece is, so I know that's only 2 1/4. So I know up to this line on mine, I can put my tape across there. Now, if you use, and actually I did use on my other card, and I might do that because this glue here dries like concrete, which is so good to use. So if you use this across it, it will dry quite hard and it will give you a nice weighty bottom. So let's pop this on as well.
Rose says, I have enough weight in my bottom, Debbie, don't need any more. Rhonda says, I think there are many of us who can relate to the weighty bottom.
Oh, I wish I could. I've never had a big bum and I always wanted a big bum.
I haven't got much of a bum at all, you know.
Yeah, me neither. And I've always wanted a big bum. But it's one of those things, if you had one, you don't like it. And when you don't have one, you want one. Right, so all I'm going to do with this one, we're going to pop our first one across the bottom there. And I'm just making sure that, oh, have I put the right piece? That seems, oh yeah, I have. It's just that I haven't put the glue, but that doesn't matter. I'm just going to cut this one straight up. In fact, I need to turn that one round just so I can see the base. So just cutting that across the top. And then we've got this one here. So let's do our next one. And I'm just going to work out where I need to cut it. So it's just down onto that piece. So it doesn't have to be, I mean, you can do it as neat as you want, but actually this is just about creating a little bit of weight along that bottom edge. So just pop in another piece there, and then our next piece is just onto there. And like I say, if you wanted to spend, oh, that one's a bit higher, isn't it? Ooh. So yeah, we don't want that to happen. So this one is smaller, so let's cut that down. Yeah, if you wanted to be really precise and get the exact measurements, then obviously you can do that. And you can also do it after if you want to do that and you haven't got time to do it throughout the craft along. And we are going to add some extra embellishments as well. That one's a little bit bigger as well, so didn't plan that one very well, did I? So let's just cut that one across there and then pop that into place. There we go. So, because no one's really going to notice that back panel. Another way of doing it, actually, Joe, we could have just cut the brown cardstock that we use there and put just a row of brown across the back. So, however you want to do it is going to work. There we go. So that then gives us a bit more weight on the bottom of our card, which will hold that into place. So then we can fold that all up and start doing the front. So this time what we're going to do is bring in our left fold alphabets. I wanted to do something that would enable you to have it at home or still be able to get it, just in case you wanted to recreate. So the alphabets that we do have on the website at the moment, excuse me, is our left folded.
Did you just do a little windy pot?
It just come up there, yeah.
Did it come out?
Too much chocolate. It wasn't a proper burp. I just had some bubbles that just
bubbles.
Bubbles.
Some little bubbles. Love that.
So I'm going to do Joe, because we're going to make Joe a card, and then I'm going to keep it, Joe, and then give it to you for your birthday.
Are you? Thank you.
So yeah, so we've got our, I've got Joe, so you can use whatever letters you want. On our main one we used our Dad.
So you could have put Dad and given it to Jake. Daddy.
Yeah, but we can't do that.
What?
Because what about Holly?
What?
What about Holly?
Oh, she's not here.
So we don't want Joe, we want Dad, but I've got a Dad card.
All right, give him that one.
Yeah, it says, Dad, you're the best.
Well, let's hope he is.
Ben's not here. Ben's decided to go off and have a holiday. He's been away for ages. So yeah, anyway, going back to our alphabet.
He's still on holiday, still in Cyprus.
Oh, he's still in Cyprus. Did he have 2 weeks there?
I think he was in Cyprus for 2 weeks and then down in Devon for a week for his birthday.
Ah, I didn't realise that he was in Cyprus for 2 weeks. How nice. I literally cannot wait to go on holiday. I am so looking forward to it. It feels like it's been a long time coming, hasn't it, for people to go on holiday, so it'll just be really nice. Right, so I'm just going to cut Joe out of our letters. Like I say, you can pop whatever on. A lot of names you can cut down as well. And we could do Johnny for just John. Do you ever get called John, Johnny?
We could just have Car instead of Charlotte. Or Lot.
Or Lot, I was thinking Lot. Charlotte. Right, now what you will find with these letters is they stay, I could have made my own card, yeah, Deb. They will stay in the card because they are left folded. All we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors and trim them out. So just right down there. Yeah, I like the name Charlotte. I like Charlie for Charlotte as well. Lots of different names. So what stories have we got? What jobs have we got, Joe?
Let's have a little look. So.
Sorry, stopping you eating.
Yeah, I'm eating it. I'm eating again. I did announce to the nation that I was going to be having a second bag of mini eggs, and I'm not far off eating that second bag of mini eggs, actually. Sorry, Charlotte? No, I don't feel sick yet. Right.
Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to cut out, so on the back of one of your pieces of card, we're going to use this one for the template. And we did have a scrap bit, and I just don't know what I've just done with mine, but we're going to cut this one out, Joe. So what we're going to do, though, I want to make these like a tiled effect. So we're actually going to cut 2 at a time out. So firstly, I'm going to fold my card in half because we can cut a couple out in one go. So let's just pop those on there. And then we're just going to, I'm not going to squeeze them all on, let's just do a couple at a time. So pop those into place. So you're not going to read them out then, Joe?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was just about to. I took a big deep breath to read them, and then
I didn't realise. Sorry, it just went quiet. I was like, oh, I thought you were going to read them out.
Katie says I was an elf one Christmas season and had direct access to the man himself.
That's amazing. Oh, see, I just think that is incredible because I've always believed in Santa, so I would have just thought, wow.
I mean, I don't know if it was. I don't think it was in the North Pole. It might have been like at the Milton Keynes shopping centre or something.
Well,
I don't know.
Nothing wrong with that. Santa goes everywhere.
Smoffy says not work experience, but first job staying in a caravan at the bottom of an advertising blimp to make sure no one cut the tether line.
Oh,
now, that's an interesting job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hadassah says, loving Debbie's story, sounds like me. I also volunteer at home and where I started a crafty group called Crafty Care Bears. We now have 22 residents that come to the craft along, at least 3 to 5 days a week, others, but not when not crafting with the group. I travel to the rooms of the residents that do not normally have visitors and just sit and talk with them.
Oh, that's amazing.
They always have great stories or just rich with knowledge. I really enjoy my time with them all at the care/nursing home.
Oh, I love that.
How lovely is that?
Yeah, absolutely love that. It's so nice. So nice.
Lillian says, I always wanted to be a teacher, so I chose to work in a school for my work experience. Spent the whole week sharpening pencils and being racially abused by 5-year-olds when I was on playground duty. Didn't want to be a teacher anymore. Wow, Lillian, that's awful. I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's really awful. That's just... that's not a nice story. Oh, that's
not very nice at all.
Not very nice, no. So I am going to use, Joe, my glue here. Oh. So you obviously didn't enjoy it. Who was that that sent it?
It was Lillian. Poor Lillian. Lillian, that's horrendous.
It is
so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, not very nice. How long did you do that job for?
She said just a few days, I think.
I'm not
She had enough.
surprised. And actually, you've got teachers nowadays do have a tough job, don't they?
Yeah, awful.
Right, so we're putting on some glue. So we're doing this so it's really strong. So our glue will dry really hard. But also, we want to then use our glossy highlights over the top. And it's why I wanted to double these up and create these tiles, because what glossy highlights does is it sort of curls your paper in. And this is a good way of making it stronger. And also we're going to use some foam pads underneath to attach this before. So always do your making before you put your glossy highlights on. I'll pop that one on. And I love this, that we've got these letters that we can just trim out and it still just creates the entire alphabet. You could, if you've got them and you like to have that the way they go on that left folded side, you can definitely do that. The reason I cut them out was because I wanted to have that rigidity on them to be able to put our glossy highlights on top. And it just makes them look a little bit more special and like you've put a little bit more effort into your creation. So just pop in all those together. And then what we're going to do, we're going to slightly offset them then onto our darker letters. So, but this time, so we're going to turn these over and I'm going to put some foam pads on the back. So I'm using, I would say these are probably a 3mm. And we're just going to, I'm going to grab a pair of tweezers, I think, Joe. If I can, there's some. That will be easier to put them on.
We've got some more stories coming in. Who we got here? Yes, I tried teacher training, says Jill. The kids looked older than me, so that didn't work out. After a few years, I got into advice instead. Generally, much better.
Oh, that's
There you
good.
are. Be careful what you wish for, says Ro. You can have mine, says Debbie. Says Anne. I think we're still talking about weighty bottoms, is what we're talking about here. Karen says my grandniece is Charlotte, and we call her Charlie.
Yeah, I love Charlie.
Carlette says I had an aunt who called me Charlotte. And Rose says I have two nieces named Charlotte. One is called Char, and the other one's called Lottie.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
Char's
It's not calling you
nice. I
Lottie,
like
Charlotte.
that.
Thank you. Okay.
She likes Charlotte, and that's it. Charlotte. She doesn't mind me calling her Charlotte.
Sorry, Joey?
I said Charlotte doesn't mind me calling her Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah, see, I can be a surrogate mum when she's at work. What age are your parents, Charlotte?
Oh, Charlotte's parents have got brilliant names, haven't they?
Have they?
Gordon
Love that.
and Gordon and Thelma.
Oh, I love Thelma. They're really cool names.
Really cool names.
Thelma.
Gordon and Thelma were quite the glamazons, weren't they, Charlotte, back in the day? I mean, they still are now, but honestly, they look like something out of a Bond film.
Have you met
pictures
them,
that
Joe?
Charlotte shows with us.
Have you met
No, I
Charlotte?
keep asking Charlotte to introduce me, but she's never got round to it. I need to go. Where is it you're from, Charlotte? Where? Morpeth, that's where they live. Yeah, I just need to go to Morpeth for the weekend. I quite like the idea of going, taking Charlotte up the Cumbrian coast one weekend. Is it not? Oh, it's not Cumbria. Sorry, Northumberland. Sorry. Where's Cumbria? That's on the other side. Oh, taking Charlotte up the Northumberland coast for the weekend. Are there dolphins up there? Seals? Dolphins? Seahorses? Seahorses? Wowzers! It's all going on up the Northumberland coast, isn't it? There is a walrus up there.
A walrus.
Wowzers!
Right, we're going to take a piece of card, and we're going to use our dotty tape pen.
I think it's
just
more likely
to
Charlotte's
pop
going to take
them
me
on.
up the Northumberland coast, to be honest. I mean, she is from there, let's face it. She knows the geography better than I do.
Right, the reason I'm putting these on, and I'm going to slightly put them to the side, not dead centre, because we want these to act as our shadow. And I'll explain why I'm doing it all like this. So the foam pads will fit fully onto what you're putting them on. So if you was to put this foam pad onto your row straight away, it would stick to whatever you like, your glass mat or something else. So it's easier to put these into place, and then we can put our foam pads on top. And you can see, and I'm slightly putting it to the left-hand side, just slightly, so it's not complete central. Because it means that then I'll get that really nice shadow on the left-hand side. And then we've got our E, so our last one, just popping that into place. I'm making sure I've put plenty of dots and overlapping the dots, so it gives us a really good sticky surface. And then our last one there, pop in to that side. There we go. And then just give them a really good rub down to make sure they're really affixed well. Liking this sound, Joe. Then we've got, and it just shows you that you can use individual names if you want, or there's nicknames as well, isn't there, Joe? So, did you ever have a nickname? Have we talked about this before?
Pie.
Pie, yes, that's right. I had a
Pie.
feeling that we had. Now, I'm just, if you've got good foam pads, ours are pretty good. They will release really well onto your Pokey Tool. So that's our J. So, and all we're going to do, I'm going to use my tweezers so I can see exactly what I'm doing. We're going to just pop that over the top there.
Amazing.
And that gives us that really nice drop shadow. But then that one is now sort of more central. And then I'll zero. Just taking those tops off. and pop our, well, it's not a 0, let's just say O, our O on there, which is slightly that way. And I'm making sure they're really stuck down, so make sure you sort of push them down. And then our last one, our E, or our D if you're doing Dad. And then pop our E on. There we go. Let's just pop that over. And then I'm going to slightly put that one higher as well. So we get that really beautiful shadow. There we go. So shall we just stop and let people catch up on their putting their foam pads on, because I know that can be a bit fiddly.
Yeah, that bit can be a little bit tough,
yeah,
can't it?
Absolutely.
Shall we go and see how Christine's getting on?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Let's pop across to Christine. How's it going, Christine?
Hey, it's going good. I have one more letter to put on, then I'll show you.
You're keeping up. I just missed what you said there, Christine. Sorry.
She's put one more letter.
One more letter to put on, and then you are done. Any strange work experience jobs, Christine?
Oh yeah, nothing I can mention.
What was that?
No.
Oh! I didn't ask, Christine.
No.
I'll ask you when the show has ended. Okay. Right, I will let you carry on with that. No problem at all. If you could have been anything when you were growing up, what would you have been?
I did when I was really young. I wanted to be a nurse.
A nurse?
A nurse, yeah. But as I got older, I'm too emotional.
Right.
So I would be too emotionally attached. So that was something I couldn't really do. But the other thing I always did want to do is be a firefighter.
A firefighter?
And I'm scared to death of fire. So it's the reason I couldn't
Well, it'd be
do
a good motivating factor to put it out, wouldn't it? Being scared of it.
Yeah, but I would love to be a firefighter, but I just couldn't because, yeah.
Oh, Johnny, what did you want to be growing up? What is that? A paleontologist?
Dinosaur, yeah.
Oh, gosh. And then a bricklayer, but you didn't do either. Oh, Charlotte? Charlotte wanted to be a vet, but she had work experience at a vet, and it hated. Any horror stories from your work experience at the vets? Charlotte passed out. Why did you pass out? Oh, they were pranking on a dog.
Oh, yeah, it's no good
grim,
being
apparently.
a vet.
Was the dog okay? Had a broken tooth in its leg.
And she collapsed. Oh, she fainted.
Why did it have a tooth in its leg? Oh, it got bitten by a dog. Sorry, I just thought it had randomly grown a tooth in its leg, and I was thinking, well, that's remarkable. That's funny. Right.
I've got well, no, actually, I won't say it on here.
What's this? You got what?
No, just our dog had an operation when it was younger. Its private parts weren't outside; they were inside. So he had so.
Debbie, on the most holy day of the year, you come out with that. Gosh, your daughter pulled a gerbil's tail off.
I told you that story.
No. What's this about the gerbil?
My daughter pulled the gerbil's tail off.
Was it all right?
Had to have microsurgery. So when she was.
Did you have the tail? Did you take it like in a in a cloth?
Yeah, no, we took the towel. Yeah, she come in the kitchen with her hand behind her bag. She said, "I pulled Mum, I've done something really bad." And I was like, "What have you done?" She said, "I pulled the gerbil's towel." So me and my sister-in-law have just laughed. I said, "No, you haven't." She went, "Yes, I have." And she had the towel in it. So we went to sit, and then literally it was just a long bone. She.
Oh, that's awful.
But Jake was telling me yesterday here that the cat had decapitated its tail. I know. His poor little cat's only got a little stubby tail like this.
The cat's ripped its own tail off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And same thing. The bone was.
Oh.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sure you've all got your horror stories. It's always me. My son killed the hamster. If I haven't told you that, drop the hamster ball.
With the hamster inside?
Yeah. And when we opened it, the hamster was just... I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It had a heart attack.
Did you laugh at the time?
No, but now I think about it, because literally it was just like...
And you with those ears on is really painting that picture, Debbie, as well.
I can't stop telling stories, but they're true. They're honestly true stories.
Okay, paper pads. The 8x8 everyday inspiration. You guys are loving these at the moment. Let me take you through this one. So, really.
We found a lizard without a towel. We called him Arthur.
Why?
Arthur Towel. Oh dear. I forget how many silly things have happened in my life.
If you want both of those, 1493, 1813 there for those.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to go back to the swim card. Swim cards? Lily says, I am a Mary Kay consultant. Prior to COVID, gave monthly makeovers to the ladies at our local nursing home to give them a pick-me-up. My favourite day of the month.
that.
I think I enjoyed it more than they did.
That's so nice.
Shadaya says, Debbie, I worked in a nursing home for 13 years and loved it. Started my rounds as early as 5 a.m. Met some of the most kind, some of the most caring, educated and special women in my life. Laurie saying hi from Wisconsin. I'm getting lizard emojis with Arthur, people are sending me. I wanted to be a vet, but it didn't work out, says Sam McDonald. And Rhonda wanted to be an archaeologist. There you are. Sorry, Charlotte? What was that? Going back to Debbie, I think.
We did have to give the lizard, well, not give it back. We did have to put it back in the wild because apparently I didn't know at
Where
the time.
did you get it? Where were you?
Well, I didn't know there was wild lizards.
Oh, in the UK, yeah. We used to keep them as, me and my brother would get them and collect them and keep them as pets.
Yeah.
And my mum would make us let them go
I didn't know
again.
that, so we got it, and then we went to the vets because obviously it didn't have a towel, and they just said to release it back in the wild. We was like, we didn't know you could get wild lizards.
Yeah, you get little lizards, don't you, here
Yeah,
in the UK? Me and my brother used to catch them when we
And he
lived in
said
Surrey.
that they release their towels so when they're feeling threatened, so that's why, but we still called it Arthur.
I wish I could just
I wish I could have
a bit of me that just released and dropped off. Do you know what I mean? Need to lose a bit of weight. Oh, I'll just get rid of this leg. There you go, have that. Oh, I lost 2 stone.
Animals are strange things, and we did actually have a bearded dragon for many years. So, and he was just calling. Yes, I do have a story about.
Oh dear, what happened to your bearded dragon?
So one Christmas we were at my daughter's. We come home, we thought he'd died, and because he was completely white, and they have a sort of grey colour about them. So my husband at the time digged a hole in the back garden. To lay him in and his eyes opened.
It's a miracle.
And he was alive. I think he was just sleeping, but he'd gone really white, so he nearly got buried alive.
You wouldn't want to just give the RSPCA a ring?
I'm so sorry. Oh, should we finish our craft along? Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, I do have terrible stories, don't I, about animals. And I'm such a pet lover, honestly. I don't have any anymore, so I have no stories to tell from now onwards.
You're not allowed, turns out he's not allowed to keep animals anymore.
No, it's because I don't want them anymore. It's not because I don't want them.
Have you got any animals now?
No, it destroys me when they die.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
It's just heartbreaking. I just can't do it. I can't do it anymore.
I mean, it's traumatic when you think they're dead and then you start to bury them and they come back again. No wonder. Poor thing went twice when he did go. Finally.
I mean, that was quite freaky that he just opened his eyes.
Did you scream?
I wasn't there. Mars had just come in and just went, do you know, we thought Marley was dead. He's alive.
Marley?
So, yeah. We called him Marley because I got him at Christmas, so he was bought as a present for me. So
what are your granddaughters' names?
Ruby and Ava.
Why did I think you had a Marley as well? I was like, did you name it after your granddaughter?
No. Right, we're going to use our glossy highlights now. And the glossy highlights we're going to use on our actual letters, okay? So we're going to do that now so it can set a little bit before the end of the show. And
Lillian says Debbie has the most disturbing stories. Yes, she does.
I do have the most, and I'm really sorry about that. I do apologise. What you do want to do with this is turn this over. In fact, you know what, Joe? We're going to do this last because I feel like we're going to do our stamping, we're going to put our cut bits together, and then we're going to end up pushing these pieces on each other. So we'll do that the very last thing that we do. So what we do now want to do is take that, your paper pad, and there's a really nice leafy pattern in here. And it gives you some gorgeous leaves to fussy cut out. So that's what we're going to do, this one here. So these leaves make really nice embellishments. And I just want a couple. So I want to take the yellow one and the red one and the green one. So in fact, if I just cut this piece out here, we know we can fussy cut all of those out. Now, hopefully you don't mind fussy cutting. Craig just loves it. It's one of his favourite things to do. What I love about fussy cutting is just that you don't have to be precise with it. You literally you don't go right up to the line where you want to cut. So I want to cut the towel off, the stem. So.
Gosh. We had enough of that, haven't we?
No animals' tails were cut off, not in my time. Pulled off, not cut off.
Christine Mahoney has just let me know that her one friend gave a hamster mouth to mouth.
Wow. That's amazing, actually.
Good thing that hamster had her. It would have definitely died if it was relying on me. Wow.
Oh. I don't know whether I would
Johnny
do
said he
that.
didn't do hamster mouth to mouth on his first aid training. I was looking at the chart, there's a big sign out the back, and I thought to myself, we all had this thought process, looking at there are all the certificates up on the wall of who's first aid trained, and I was looking through them to think, out of all of them, who do I hope's a first aider on shift if I do have to have mouth to mouth?
Oh, I've never thought about that.
Has anyone thought this?
Oh,
We've all gone through it,
I've not thought about that. Who is then?
John's usually quite high up. I don't.
Well, only with the women, I suppose.
I don't know really.
Well, I don't know if I'd want Tracy mouth to mouth on me, Charlotte. Well, no, you don't know anymore,
sorry,
do you?
Charlotte. I'm not first aid trained. No, I couldn't do it.
You don't anymore, though, do you? Don't you have a cap that goes over their mouth? Oh, you don't?
Oh, I don't know. Not sure.
Johnny's been given permission. He's okay. So all you need to do is don't go right up to the lines. You literally just go and fussy cut around the edges. That way it doesn't matter if you've got a little bit. So on this side I can see I've got a little bit more of the burgundy, and then it's quite close to the edge on this side. But it doesn't matter because that's what fussy cutting is all about.
I think I'd go for Tracy, you know.
Oh, dearie me.
We have had too much. I've nearly finished that second bag of eggs. I think I would, if I was going to get mouth to mouth from anyone, I would have Tracy, because I think she'd be the less likely to get it wrong. You know what she's like? She'd be calm, she'd be cool, she'd be collected, she'd be in there, she'd be shouting at everyone to get out of the way, wouldn't she? She'd be quite aggressive with it, I reckon, as well. I reckon she would, you know, you'd definitely have a rib, you'd definitely break a rib if, you know, she'd be slapping you about a bit, wouldn't she? You'd wake up, quite emotional, ask her what she's crying for, and yeah, it would be, I would definitely go with Tracy.
I'm going to just get another red leaf out because...
Who would you have out of that lot, Debbie?
I'm not even going to answer that.
Come on, I answered it.
No, I probably wouldn't care if I was honest.
Well, that's really skirting the question,
I don't-
Debbie. That's a cop-out. Charlotte, did you choose? Tracy as well. Johnny? John? Debbie?
I think I would have John.
Do you?
Yeah, just because I think John would be very calm in a situation.
Maybe he'd be quite caring, wouldn't he? Quite gentle. Unlike Tracy.
Yeah, I don't think Tracy would be very gentle, would she? She'd be swearing at you loads and thumping your chest.
Yeah, she would.
She'd be like, you're not going down on my watch. Oh, so there's quite a lot of you that are trained now. Oh.
Poor George and Jake didn't get any.
Oh yeah, Jake, probably be all right.
Jake would be worried about his hair, I think.
Oh, dearie me. Oh, I'm really hot now. I feel like I've giggled and laughed far too much. So, that's a fussy cut. So we've got
Barbara
our
says, if you don't break a rib, you're not doing it right. I think that's about CPR. Could be wrong.
Oh, okay. So
Rhonda said I'd have John
break
give
a
me
rib.
mouth to mouth anytime.
What was that? Who said that?
Rhonda said I'd have John give me mouth to mouth anytime.
I'm sure there'd be a lot of people that would want that. Right, so we've got our leaves here as well, and then we're going to just shape them. So let's shape them. Really nice way of doing these leaves as well, especially this really nice broad one. If you cut, just put slits down into those sections, you can create real movement in your leaves. Don't go too far down, but you just want to create almost just a little slit just down there. So you've got all your sort of leaves a little bit separate, and then you can sort of do them in different directions.
We're having some very interesting stories come in since your stories. Lily says, Debbie, right after I got my driving licence many, many years ago, I cried so hard. A chipmunk ran out in front of me, and while I was driving, and when I looked on my mirror, its tail was missing.
Oh
Poor
my
thing.
goodness. I do have another horrific story, but I'm not going to tell that on air.
What one?
Just not a very nice story, and it's one that's scarred me for life because it's made me feel really guilty.
Well, I mean, do you want to tell us? I mean, you started it now.
No, it involved a squirrel.
Sorry?
It involved a squirrel.
What happened to the squirrel?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna tell this story because it.
Was it a wild squirrel or a pet squirrel?
It was a wild squirrel. Does anyone have pet squirrels, Joe?
Well, I think you can have pet squirrels. And where was this squirrel?
I used to work at Centre Parks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you?
So,
Doing what?
Just housekeeping.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's as far as we go with the squirrel story?
Yeah, I'm not telling you my squirrel story yet.
Okay. We all want to know what happened to the squirrel.
Well, you know
Claire.
what happened to the squirrel because it's what happened to all my pets.
But how did it meet its maker, the squirrel? I think is what we want to know.
I could tell you, it's not a bad... No, yeah, I should tell you because it's making me sound I'm a horrific.
Yeah.
And so I used to do just some housekeeping when the kids were at school, and I was in one of the chalets, and as I looked out, a cat caught my eye.
Oh, no.
And the cat, I
Had a
didn't
squirrel
realise
in
it
its
was... got the squirrel, and I banged on the window to frighten it off, and it's my one regret because actually I should have just let the cat finish the squirrel. So the squirrel was just in a lot of cat,
okay. All right, I understand why you didn't go there.
Yeah, and it just made me feel so bad that I just sometimes it's better just to let something
Let nature take its course.
Let nature take its course.
When the kids were little, my niece had a friend round and played with a hamster. Didn't shut the cage properly.
Oh no.
Oh, that's really awful.
Yeah, that's not. We don't want to do that.
Panda Craft's friend
we're not doing
accidentally
very
put
well.
their hamster in the washing machine.
Oh no. Oh. My friend put a cat in the washing machine and it survived.
What?
It survived the whole wash.
The whole cycle?
The whole cycle.
It must have been a cool wash.
I don't know what it was, but it was. Does anyone do a hot wash these days? I don't ever put mine.
It survived?
It survived, honestly. It survived.
And was it alright? I bet it smelled amazing.
Yeah, I think it was shaken.
I just can't understand how you'd survive in a washing
me
machine.
neither, but it survived. It absolutely survived. I know. Crazy, isn't it? I think it's quite amazing how some animals survive certain things. So all I'm doing here, Joe, sorry, we're talking about all these animals, and I'm just putting these up the side. But look how nice they look when you fussy cut them out and just have them going up the side. Right, the last thing we want to do, guys, at the time, is we want to create our stamp. Now, I forgot to bring my stamp set with me. So at home, I use the Nature's Garden, no, I didn't. I used the Positive Thoughts, do a stamp set, and and that would stamp out "You're the best," which I thought would be really good for your Father's Day one, and for your any day card. But I thought, because I haven't got that with me, I just look at some of the stamps inside our hummingbird one, and it's got a really nice one. Here, Joe, this is a nice one. "I'm here for you."
That's
Joe.
nice.
Or do you want "Thank you for all you do"?
Well, I don't
would
know.
you like?
Oh, is it? Why is it?
Well, I don't want any bigger than that, see, because it's going to go at the my
I think
corner.
you should just choose then in that case.
Follow your heart, it knows the way, Joe. Spread your wings and fly, Joe. You are wonderful in every way, Joe. Do you want that one?
I feel like there's a lot of pressure me having to choose a sentiment for my own card.
Okay, I'm going to choose that
Thank
one
you.
then. I'm going to choose "You are wonderful in every way." Right, so let's stamp that out onto some of our white cardstock.
Rhonda says, "My hubby and I have 2 squirrels that come daily, jump on our shoulders and take the nuts out of our hands."
Oh, I love that. When we were little, I've always got this. This is a nice story, but when we were little, you got to remember, you guys, I'm like in my 50s, so I've done lots of these. No, when we were little, and someone might know, so if anybody
Does the animal die in this story?
No.
Okay, good.
If anybody lives in Hastings, they might know this, because there used to be a park. My nan lived in Hastings, and there used to be a squirrel park, and you could literally go to the squirrel park, and every bench you sat down on, the squirrels would just come, and they would just be at the side of you. They'd eat your hands off your nuts. I always remember it.
Then eat the hand off your nuts. Eat your hand off my nuts. Oh, there you go, squirrels in eating it. Like some sort of protection squirrel.
They would eat the nuts from your hand.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so that was a really nice story. Nothing bad happened to the squirrels. I'm going to switch now my ink pad to our, so we had a 101 on the ink pads earlier today, Joe. I'm using the Seal Brown in our quick drying ink, so a darker brown. We're going to use this over here. Oh dear me.
Johnny's gone.
I can't still laugh, it's sorry. I've lost my tissue. I've tried so hard to do this. Oh dear me, right, let's cut this. I can't actually see. So I just need to wipe my eyes and then I'll be fine. I'll compose myself.
Oh,
and then we'll do a bit of trimming out. So, oh dear me. Oh. Right, so whatever your sentiment that you've chosen to put on your card, we're just going to trim that up. And then we're going to ink it around the edges like we did with our little toppers. Oh dear. I still should have enough ink just left on my edges just to go around there. And then we can pop that straight on. And actually, let's use, so whatever you're putting on, I'm going to use some of my darker card as well, just to matte and layer that on, so that all tones in. So you don't need any measurements, because I'm not sure on what your what sentiment you're using. Just going to pop that into place. So I'm just lining that up on top of my matten layer. And then
can I hear them laughing through the wall next
Johnny
door?
laughing.
Is that Johnny? Charlotte, what are you laughing about now? What are you crying for? Oh, he keeps wheezing apparently.
Oh no.
Johnny can't breathe, he's laughing so much.
Oh dearie me. Oh dear. Yeah, I think I'm out of animal stories now.
Are you okay, Johnny? What bit in particular was it that set you off? Eating the hands off my nuts. Johnny thought you said they were eating the ham off your nuts. He's like, why are you giving a ham to a squirrel?
Oh dearie me. Right, so we're going to pop that into place just on there. Oh my goodness. And then we've just got enough time, I think, to finish off our glossy highlights now, Joe. So what are we going to do with this one? You've got your main cards. If I turn that round, you'll be able to see.
That's good with the flowers there, because I thought they were dyes, stamps and dyes, those flowers originally.
Have I put that I've put it the wrong way, Joe.
What?
No, I haven't. It is that way. But, yeah, I think you stand it that way, yes. I think, and actually, do you know what you should do? We should put your name on the back, the front and the back.
Yeah.
You could have, it'd be good if you got a nickname for somebody to put on one side.
Well, you could have Dad on one side and then their name on the other if they had a three
Hey, yes.
Three-letter name, sorry.
Right, so I'm going to turn this to the back and then we're going to start. So I'm going to start with my bottom piece first. This is really simple because you've got your easy nozzle onto here. You're just going to, I'm running out, well not running out, but I'm using quite a bit of my glossy highlight. Do we still have glossy highlight in stock? Oh, fabulous.
They're in stock with a clear overlay actually.
Lovely.
Over the website.
So all we're going to do, Joe, is go round all of these. I'll let you read out comments while I'm doing this.
So, Shaddai says, Joe, my son had a gecko. He knew I was afraid of it. He lost it in the house, so he never said anything. One night, I saw something sitting up in the corner. I screamed so hard, my husband thought someone was attacking me. He found me frozen in the corner of the kitchen. Well, that sounds traumatic. Sam says, we had a hamster and it stayed in my son's room. And this one night, after a night out, my husband and son got drunk. In my son's drunken state, they took the hamster house out of the cage, placed it on the floor. My husband panicked and thought the hamster was running around the room, only finds the hamster was asleep in its cage.
We did lose a hamster when it was
Oh, what, like forever lost it?
We thought the cat had got it, but the hamster used to sit on top of we used to have a big chest freezer. And it used to sit on top of that, and we come down one morning and it was on the floor and there was no sign of the hamster, and it was open, the door was open because it had sort of cracked open as the cat had obviously pushed it off the top. And so yeah, we thought it was dead. We got rid of everything, and weeks later we found the hamster. It'd been hibernating under the freezer.
Oh, poor thing.
Well, we then had to buy another cage again.
Oh dear. You two should go on the road, says Rhonda. We'd go on the road, wouldn't we? Can you imagine?
What was that?
We should go on the road.
Go on the road, do a tour, the Joe and Debbie tour.
We could do a tour of the Women's Institutes or something like that. We could play every village hall in the land, Debbie. Can you imagine? Lorna Jane says, no nuts were harmed in the telling of this story. I hope not.
No, there wasn't.
Sarah Brown says they're literally laughing out loud. This show is everything today. Jill is a bit annoyed though. She can't eat a chocolate for laughing too much. Says this is serious. Alice says we make her heart very happy. And Katie Wilson says, don't spread your wings and fly. You might find yourself missing a wing around Debbie. It's highly likely, isn't it? My hubby thinks that I've finally totally lost it as I'm laughing and crying so much, says Anita.
Well, it's Easter, isn't it? You've got to be full of chocolate and full of joy.
Absolutely. I've finished, for those that were concerned, I have finished the second bag of
oh, wow.
mini eggs. 6 to go.
You're not nowhere going to eat them today, are you?
No. I think I might have to share some out, Debbie, you know.
Yeah, definitely. You could take them home, and then whoever you forgot to get an Easter egg for, you could give them a pack of your mini eggs.
Well, I wasn't going to do that.
Right, so what I would do with that, so when you've done that, Joe, you can see it's quite cloudy when you put it on, but when it dries, I'm going to bring my dad one in here, and you can see, look, it goes, you get these really beautiful shiny tiles. How gorgeous do they look? So the reason I did what I did with putting these on first, because it's a wet substance that we're putting on, it will naturally want to make my paper sort of curl in.
Right.
So that's why I put all these down on your foam pads and done double. That way it will stay put. They will dry nice and clear and nice and straight, just like these ones, because we've done exactly the same with the foam pads on the base there. And it just makes them really nice to have, and something a little bit different. Now that's going to tip. So I'm just going to quickly show you our finished card, but then I'm going to lay it down flat, because what you don't want it to do is to actually fall anywhere, drip down, should I say. So let's just see it so you can see them. And what I am going to do is, when it is dry, I think I'm going to put the letters on the back, because I've got a feeling it looks like I've probably done it a slightly wrong way, but I don't want to tip that at all. Let's pop that way. I want to let that dry, and then we can show it properly maybe in the later on show. But there you go. Sorry about all the animal stories and the giggles, but there is oh no, I did do it the right way, so it is on the right way. But there you go. You can either do your dad or whatever.
Christine needs a bit of guidance with her glossy highlights, apparently, Debbie. Shall we cross back live?
Yep,
Let's go see how she's
absolutely.
getting on, shall we? We're just tracking her down. There she is!
Hey.
Christine, how's it going?
It's going great. I'm done.
You're done!
She's done, yay!
How did you get on with the glossy highlights?
Well, anytime that I've ever tried to use the glossy highlights, I feel like that it's just leaving little marks, little lines.
Ah.
So I just kind of patted it down with my bone folder. And
Good idea.
And that smeared it out like frosting.
I'm excited to see it. Yes!
Oh, what have you got on yours?
Hold on.
It's difficult when the glossy highlights are on there.
It is. I didn't want it to. All right. Let's see. L-U.
I love that.
Love.
That's so cute.
Oh, absolutely beautiful.
Trying not to let it.
It really.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I feel like we need it. Johnny's asking if we can have a tour of your craft room before we go, Christine.
Oh, would you like that? There we go.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So can I pick up my thing then? Okay, I'm gonna do this.
Oh, this is exciting.
This is
No one else
exciting.
has let us look around their craft room, Christina. Or Christine, sorry.
Will be good.
Oh, we're roaming free.
Okay.
Oh, I love this.
I don't know if I can flip it, so I'll just leave it the way it is. All right, let me go to the side.
Oh my word. Look at this.
Hold on.
Look at them paper pads.
It's a treasure trove.
Sorry, let me get my fingers out of it.
Oh, Christine, I had
Look
the
at that.
from envy. Oh, you really do have all them paper pads. Look at them.
I mean, I hope you've consulted like a builder or something to make sure that floor is strong enough for all those paper pads. It's amazing. All the boxes, look at all the cupboards. Look at that massive table.
Wow, that's my kids' Easter basket there.
Oh.
But I teach painting classes and stuff like that. So
Do you do craft classes, Christine?
I do. I teach painting, oil
Wow.
Oh. Oh, look at all those ink pads.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh, I want to come to your
It looks
craft
like
room,
a shop,
Christine.
Christine. It looks more like a shop than a craft room, doesn't it?
Yeah, I wish it was.
Oh. I think we could come and do the show from there, Christine.
Come on, I told you I'd invited you before.
Yeah, I think we could. We could definitely go over and do the show from there, I would say so.
Wow, that's amazing.
Someone asked me earlier to ask you, I've forgotten who it is, I'm so sorry, what your all-time favourite paper pad is. Well, you can have 3, Christine, if you can't narrow it down.
We should go back over there. Let's see. The rose gold is my favorite.
Rose gold?
That's what got me started, with rose gold.
Yeah.
And let's see.
Oh, I love this. This is so cool.
I gotta keep my finger out of the way. I almost hung up again. I love all the Christmas ones. Yeah, I mean, like, see, these are each of my collections, each one of them.
Wow. Oh, look at this.
That's amazing. So you could
That's
just
incredible.
get everything in one place.
Yeah, well, I had them all on the bottom of those cabinets, but it's so hard to get at everything. I had to spread it all out here on these.
That's a masterpiece. I mean, literally
shelving
a
unit.
masterpiece, isn't it?
That is an absolute masterpiece. Which one's that?
That's the rose gold.
Oh, nice. You still got a fair few of those.
Oh, I have 15 hummingbirds coming next. Hummingbirds. So that's going to be my second favorite.
I think it might be your first when you see it, Christine.
Yeah, I think it might be your first favourite.
Honestly, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so good.
and it's just, everything is really nice.
Yeah.
From Crafty Companion.
Well, Christine, it's so lovely to speak to you. I'm going to have to let you go. Christine, what are you doing with the rest of your weekend? You got any exciting plans, Easter plans?
I'm probably not doing anything today. My day off. My kids are all working or doing whatever, so I will probably just relax and go back to work tomorrow.
Amazing. Well, maybe we'll see you a bit later for Second Chance Sunday. There may be some giggles then as well. But as always, thank you, Christine. Pleasure to have you join us.
Happy
Hey,
Easter,
thank you.
Christine.
Happy Easter. I love the ears, by the way. Loving those ears.
Bye.
Bye.
Right. Well, what an amazing craft along that was, eh? Stunning. Stunning. Saved the video. Thank you, Debbie. It was a great show. Lots of people are in tears through laughing. Lots of people are like, wow, jaw dropped. Sherry says, great job, Christine. I love the paper holders, says Panda Crafts as well. Wow, Christine, nice room, says Rhonda. Mary Pat says, wow. I don't think I've ever seen a better stock craft room, have you?
It's amazing, isn't it?
It literally is like a showroom.
And it's so pretty as well. Oh,
the lights
you just
and
want
the
to go in and
trees.
dive in. I mean, what a beautiful space to have. Yeah,
Absolutely
really lovely.
glorious. It really, really is. Now, remember what's happening later then. 2 hours you've got before... Put that back up. Before Second Chance Sunday. What can we look forward to on that show, Debbie?
Oh, we got the paper piecing dies. So if you didn't catch them last
I missed
Thursday, or on Thursday, not last Thursday, on Thursday, we've got this most amazing stick and release sheets, which are really cool. So you'll love them. And it means that you can use them with any dies. But obviously, we've got some beautiful dies to go with them. We've also, we might be doing a bit of the hummingbird. There's not a lot left. The 6x6 paper pad has already gone. So we have got that as well. And I believe the box, the number 47. So yeah, so we've got lots of things to show you later on. It's going to be another fun couple of hours.
It is going to be Laura laughs. Make sure you join us for that then. Don't forget to check out your baskets. Make sure if you're going for the dye bag that you are checking that out, because it is limited stock now, that. So be quick. Right, Debbie, should we go and get some dinner?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that, and we'll see you lot back here for Second Chance Sunday in 2 hours' time. Bye.